Yesod Avodah says a beautiful mashal. There was a king, and he had a lot of different countries that he was king over, but he decided that he's going to have one little place. And in this place, he's going to give them everything for free. He's going to just give them a beautiful life. And they're going to build this beautiful, magnificent little kingdom. And the reason he's going to do this is so the whole world will see. Like, go to this place. Like today we have Dubai, It's going to be the most gorgeous place in the world. And once a year, he made up to go there, to go take a look, to see what's going on over there. Is it clean? Are they behaving properly? Is this the most beautiful, derhaibin, nice, wonderful, magnificent place? Are the kids acting and behaving properly? Once a year he does an inspection. Is it kedai to have this Medina? Is it kedai to have all of this investment or not? So what happens? Throughout the year, they forget. They forget to get up on time. They forget to go to sleep on time. They forget to take care and clean the streets. They forget to build and to spend their free life and all of the hashka investment that the king gives to them. They forget about it, and all of a sudden it comes a month before, and they say, hey, the king's coming in a month from now. And they start getting really nervous. And they start getting worried as it gets closer, and there's a yira and a pachad, a fear that grips them. For all the Bnei Medina, maybe the king is going to just say, hey, what do I need this for? What do I need this for? And therefore, what did they do? They made a cheshbon, they started thinking, and they started think of the shoirish kavanas habinyan, the root of the kavana of why this king decided to build this little town, this little country. And why he was meyasid it. They started to think, hey, what are we doing here? Why is all of this here? Why do we have all of this free money coming in and no taxes and all this beautiful everything? Why? Started thinking about it and realizing, hey, there's a reason for it. They were makabel on themselves. From now on, yishmeru l'kayim b'chol inyanam, sheyeh al pi hakavana hazois u'lasois nachas ruach lefanav. So they realized, wow, I messed up. I used a lot of my energy and my time and my money and my resources that were given to me for free by the king. And I didn't use it properly. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run over to the king on that day that he's inspecting his creation of this little world, this little malchus, and I'm going to say, King, I'm so sorry, I messed up. But you know what? I made a cheshbon, and I realized why you did all of this, why you created all of this, and I promise you from now on, I am going to do what you wanted me to do. The kiblu aleim sheme'ata yishmru l'kayim. They were makabel on themselves that from now on we are going to be makayim all of the reasons. That was the purpose of this creation. V'laseis nachas ruach lefanov, and to bring a nachas ruach, a good feeling, before the king. And therefore, uvazeh garmu, by doing this, they were gairim, that even though they didn't behave and do everything the way they were supposed to in the last 11 months, in the last 12 months, but by coming and saying, we get it, we understand why you didn't create this whole little world so we should just do nothing. There was a purpose. You want us to bring you a nachas ruach. We get it. We understand why. And we're going to dedicate ourselves in the future. V'zeh, by that dedication of saying, I know I messed up, but I'm really going to focus in the future. V'zeh garmu ki agam hamelech chidush ritzaynai behemshech chiyam haMedina. The king said, you know what? I'm going to give you another year. I realize you're human. You got sidetracked. Right? Ayin sham barichos. You can look over there in barichos of the Yesod Ha'avodah. HaMashal Azeh says in the Siv Shalom, this mashal, this example, Meifitz Oir, it shines a light, it breaks through with a tremendous light. I'll call in Yanei Rosh Hashanah, on all of the Yanim of Rosh Hashanah. Shebeheyois, because V'hu Yom Chidush Abriya, because it is the day that Hashem is going to be Mechadesh, the world, to renew the world. We don't celebrate that this is the day that He created the world in the past. It's a new creation happening now. We're going to get an extension, another year of the world. Al Kain Yesh Boidim Lamayla, because He's making a new world, he has to think about it up above. Im kedaihu binyan haMedina shasa. Is this worth it? For whatever reason that Hashem did this. So we have to think, why did Hashem do this? Why did Hashem make a world? Why? And we learn that Hashem did it for us. because he wanted to be able to reward us and think about and learn all the Mesilas Yesharim and all the reasons. What are we doing here? And then tell Hashem, I know that you gave us a beautiful world, and you gave us life, and you gave us energy, and you gave us health, and whatever you gave us. And in spite of the difficulties which we all have, which are also given to us for us to grow, I know that I didn't focus, I didn't grow as much as I could, but I promise you, next year you're going to see, I'm going to refocus. I'm going to always think about Ratzon Hashem. I'm always going to try to bring you an achas ruach. Of course we're humans, of course we're going to have nefilas, but Sheva Yipol Tzadik v'kam. We're going to try to fulfill the reason that Hashem created the world and that Hashem put each of us in this world. As the famous saying goes, the day that you were born was the day that Hashem decided the world could not exist without you. It's not an accident that you're born. Every person is born with a reason, with a purpose, with a tafkid. And when we say, we know we're going to really try. We're going to try what? We're going to try to do Ratzon Hashem. We're going to try to fight better. We're going to try to get up better after we fall. We're going to try to help other people. We're going to try to be all the Jew that we can be, and to make a nachas ruach for Hashem. And then Hashem says, good, that's what I want. That's what Rosh Hashanah is all about. The sins, we deal with on Yom Kippur. But this is what Rosh Hashanah is all about.